The WNBA All-Star Game recently wrapped up, but not without some mixed reactions. While the event did shine a spotlight on players and included unique moments like the Studbuds livestream and bold "Pay Us What You Owe Us" warm-up shirts, one thing became crystal clear: the game itself lacked energy. The score? A staggering 151-131, the highest scoring game in WNBA All-Star history. And just like the NBA All-Star Game in recent years, defense was nowhere to be found. Many fans and former players voiced frustration. Among them was Candace Parker, who called out the lack of effort on her podcast post-moves, saying, "Y'all cannot come out there with those shirts of 'Pay Us What You Owe Us' and then do that in the All-Star Game." It's a valid point. If players want to be taken seriously in negotiations, shouldn't the All-Star stage be where they put their best foot forward? But amidst all the criticism, Kelsey Plum had a brilliant idea, and it could change everything. Appearing on the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, Plum suggested an incentive-based system to boost competitiveness. And not just any incentive, she wants to get Netflix involved. "I was thinking, the game is sponsored by Netflix, $1 million pot," she said casually. To which Barnes replied, "Y'all got a ton of money, right? I ain't counting nobody's pockets, but Netflix is not doing bad these days." That's when Plum doubled down. "I know, I went small with $1 million pot. Maybe we should do a $5 million pot, split it 12 ways for the winning roster, and I guarantee people are picking up full court. Let that sink in, $5 million, split between 12 players. That's over $400,000 per player, more than some make in an entire season." And here's the thing, she's absolutely right. Unlike the NBA, where All-Star Game incentives barely move the needle, WNBA players earn significantly less. For them, that kind of money would be life-changing, and there's no doubt the intensity level would go through the roof. But could Netflix actually make this happen? Well, let's look at the facts. The streaming giant is valued at over $500 billion, and it's been making serious moves into the world of sports. It's about to begin year 2 of its 3-season deal with the NFL. It holds streaming rights for the next 2 FIFA Women's World Cups. In January, Netflix began airing WWE's Monday Night Raw. It has revolutionized sports documentaries with hits like Drive to Survive, Full Swing, Quarterback, and The Starting Five. Clearly, Netflix is not just dipping its toes into sports, it's diving in headfirst. And guess what? Kelsey Plum has already worked with them. She had a cameo in Netflix's Happy Gilmore 2, so the connection is already there. If any streaming service could elevate an All-Star Game with money, style, and a fresh format, Netflix is it. Other leagues have found ways to innovate. MLB added a home run swing-off that fans loved. The NHL introduced the Four Nations Face-Off, and it worked. But both the NBA and WNBA All-Star Games continue to suffer from one glaring issue: lack of effort. Plum's proposal could solve that in one night. Imagine this: a $5 million prize, televised globally via Netflix, with players giving 100% effort, diving for loose balls, running full-court press, and actually competing. It would blow up on social media, dominate sports headlines, and most importantly, bring the fans back. And from a brand standpoint, Netflix gets what it wants: massive engagement, sports legitimacy, and cultural relevance. As Matt Barnes said, "Y'all ain't broke. So why not use that capital to fix something that's clearly broken?" Only time will tell if Netflix picks up Kelsey Plum's idea, but one thing's for sure: the current All-Star Game format isn't working. If the WNBA wants to increase ratings, inspire fans, and respect the message players are sending, it needs more than slogans. It needs action. And in this case, money talks. So let's see if Netflix listens.